Okay, good day, honorable members. I hope by the grace of Jehovah we are well and kicking. That's great. This is a short video on. I don't actually think it's a short video because we're going to go through a lot. All the same, let's start. This a video on yesterday's assignment. You see, some of us are finding difficulties in coming up with the result or the expected output. So I decided to do this video for you guys so that you will be able to follow through. I understand your pains and your challenges. We haven't done CSS yet, but I thought from the basic idea that we have from linking of files, we would be able to do some CSS styling over here. That one being said, let's begin. Okay, so I save my file, or I give the name of the file assessment.html. As you can see on my homepage, it is my first file. Okay, my first file. So let's go inside that. Going inside, I have these things over there. This is basically what we're given. This is the raw text. Nothing has been added to it. So let's view it and see if it is truly the raw text. Okay, so as you can see, I'm in my browser now, and as you can see, everything is raw here. Everything is raw here. I have typed down this thing before this video, because if I say I would want to type it here as well, then we are going to have about 3 hours video, which I don't think will be appropriate for us. So I decided to do this short video on the assignment so that we'll get a better understanding. So because I have everything typed here already, I will just highlight, select, cut and paste by putting in the appropriate markup or elements. Okay, so what is markup? Markup necessarily means, in its basic form, means just put in elements around a content to mark it up, separate it from other content. Okay, separate it from other content. So for instance, if I put h1 around around the content, I'm just separating that content away from the rest. Okay, giving it a special characteristics, and that's basically what we are going to do. In fact, yesterday's video was actually a combination of main heading, that's h1 heading, h1 element, subheading, which I decided to give it h2. You can give it from h2 to h6, whichever one that you want, but I prefer we use h2 here. Okay, so my subheadings were all h2 elements. Okay, and the rest, I think the other element that I used in was paragraph. Paragraph was just the P element. I was surprised I saw some of you guys your paragraph in capital P, which is not so. It is not so. Okay, so all the elements should have their names. Hello, are you there? I said their names in what? Small letters. We don't have any capital letter for an element. I haven't tried it before, and I don't know whether it will work for you. But I am telling you the real fact. If you really want to publish your site one day online for others to be able to view it, then I am telling you today that we don't use capital letters for elements name. So let's begin. Because I have my files here, I have everything typed down here, I will just cut and paste them. Then so let's begin. Principles of design or graphic design was our main thing. That's the main heading. So the main heading, as I said earlier on, is our h1 element. So I'll just copy and paste it inside of it. Emphasis is a subheading, that also. So let me cut it and paste it inside what? h2 element. Okay, so h2 element, there I am. Then what is the first? This is a paragraph. So this is a paragraph. Let me cut it and paste it inside what? A paragraph element. Please, I hope you are taking note. All the elements has their name in small letters, no capital letter. Never write P paragraph, a capital P, as what? A paragraph. No. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so I'll try and do it as quick as I can so that we can move on quickly and proceed with our task today. Sorry. Come here. That's great. So the next thing is symmetrical, which is what a subheading. Please, I hope you are following. So you paste all these things inside of your H2 element. This guy is a paragraph, so it will need a paragraph element, and I'm going to give it a paragraph element accordingly. Okay. So let's go. Asymmetrical is a subheading, and I'm giving it H2 element, and there it is. Then uses when I don't have time to read. I don't like reading. That's the case for you. If you are the same type, I advise it is not a good habit. Reading should be your habit as a web developer and a web designer. Please, you should read and read a lot. In fact, this profession always requires you reading some articles to get abreast with certain things that are new in the system. You have to stay updated all the time in order to keep the pace with other developers. Okay. So reading is very, very important. I'm actually not a lazy reader. I like reading a lot. And this is where it has gotten me so far. So please, as a developer and a designer, reading should be your habit, your day-to-day habit. Okay, do it each and every time, and it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you and help you a lot. Okay, it's gonna help you and help you a lot. So let's move on. I'm just selecting and pasting them, as you can see, because I've already typed it down. I don't want us to go through the pains of typing everything again. The pains of typing everything again. Hey, am I done actually? I'm not sure. Maybe I've left something out. Okay, let's see. It will come out if truly I've left something out. So let me paste it and go on. Then the next thing, there was one important aspect that they said there is a word in the fifth paragraph, which is the word group. We should put that word in span, in the element span. So this actually nesting of what elements, and I was expecting you guys to cut this thing up with ease, but since some of us are finding some difficulties over here, all the same, don't worry, it is part of learning. Okay, so as you can see, my span contains or has a content of group now. So let's view it in our browser and see if it works. That's great. Yes, I said I left one thing out. So this proportion guy, is too smart. It is too smart. Let me take it. This guy is actually what? A subheading, and it will have to be in H2. And this guy, I think proportion can be achieved or something like that. Okay, or the same. This guy is supposed to be in what? Paragraph. What am I doing? Sorry. Okay, let me let me bring this guy out here. Then we'll paste it accordingly. Let me paste it first. I've done some mistake here. You didn't tell me. Actually, I know you cannot tell me. No, you cannot tell me. Don't worry. So let me cut it. How can I insert? Hey, no. Did I do this? I'm not sure. The phone did it. The phone did it. Okay. So that's great. Let's see our output now. That's great. So this is what we basically have. We have this in our assessment.html file, which is an HTML file. So we have marked it up and we are done. But this is not actually beautiful, even though it's fine. It helps reading. It makes reading a bit easier as compared to our previous one. But it's not the best. So let's go to our this guy styles folder. Then we will create a file. We will create a CSS file. We'll call it assessment, sorry, assessment.css. So let's create the file and let's go inside. Actually, my app that I'm using gives me a basic syntax and I don't need it here, so I've taken it off. So the first one, they give body a background color of dark gray. So what is it? My first selector is what? Body. They say I should give it what? A background color. So body is my selector. Then I will need what? A curly braces, a pair of it. Then I will specify my background what? Color. Background color of what? They said they need gray. So let me give it to them. They said dark gray, sorry. So dark, then where is this? That's great. So this is the color that is supposed to be my background or the page color. Okay. Then they are asking something of the main heading, which is H1. My main heading is please H1. Take note, okay? Look at how I'm going about a thing. So whatever you are given, for instance, we call the body in this case outside of our curly braces, our pair of curly braces. I want to be very specific here. Our pair of curly braces is what we call a selector. H1 outside a pair of curly braces is what we call what? A selector. So anything outside the curly braces are called what? Selectors. Okay, they are called selectors. That's great. So first of all, they said I should align this to the center. No, text align rather. It is rather text align, please. So you should know that H1 contains text. So I need to align this text to the what? Center. Let's move on. Center. There I am. Okay, then the next thing, I should give it a display of block. A display of block. So display, then I'll set it to block. That's great. Let's move on. Then I'll give it a border. I was surprised to see border of some people, and it was so crazy. It was so crazy. But all the same, it is good. We are learning a border of 5px. There shouldn't be any comma between the values that you give to your border property, okay? Your border property. It is very, very important. Then a solid, what was the color? Blue violet. Hey, these people, they will kill us. So what is blue violet? Okay, so let me see what blue violet actually means. Okay, so this is my border. Okay, so don't tell me border that you write size. Oh, no. Size, then you give is equal to 5ps. Then color, then you give me blue violet. Then I don't know. No. I was so worried. But it is great and very good of us. At least we were learning. Then we have to give it a test color. This is sometimes very confusing. If we say a test color, don't go and write test color in your in your CSS file, please. It does not work like that. It doesn't work like that. So test color means just color, okay? The color property. That's what. Dark golden rod. I wonder what this color will be. This is my first time I'm actually seeing this. Okay. Sorry. So let's continue. Okay, so our subheadings are all what? H2, is that not so? So H2, then we need what? A pair of curly braces. I open it and I go inside. They said that one too should have a text align of what? Center. Hey, these people will kill us. Text align of what? Center. Sorry for the noise. I'm actually not at home, but I need to ensure that we understand this and understand better. Then we should give it a color of what? What is this? What is ash? They say ash, then what? AFE. Hey! Now, wow. Ghana for you. AFE. Okay. That's great. So, I have the color over there. Let's move on. Then, I should give it a display of block. Display. A display of block. There I am. Block. Okay. Let's move on. Then, the next thing, they say I should give it a color. A background color, of course. A background color of... Background color of... Where is it? Okay, RGBA serious. What is this? RGBA. Then I'll give it 10 comma 20, comma 255, then comma 0.9. That's great, and it is giving me actually blue. So tell me, blue, is it actually blue? Okay, so you judge it by your own self. For me, I'm gone. I'm done and gone. Okay, so let's move on. They said we should give our paragraph or paragraphs. The moment we click on, we select or write P element, it is selecting all paragraph. Okay, we should give it a color of what? A color of, what's the name? Brown. Is that not so? That's great. Brown. Then the next thing, we should give it a font size. Hey, font size too. I saw something and I was really amazed. Really amazed. Okay. Font size of, I hope you are following. Please don't go and do anything unnecessary for me. Anything unreasonable. Please, you follow and follow accordingly. Okay. Then we were given some special types of selectors. I told you earlier on, anything outside a pair of curly braces is what is called a selector. So this first special selector is P double pair or double colon, double pair colon, or however you call it. Then we'll have a first line. Okay, first line. Then we will need what, a curly braces. So these are just selectors: P double colon pair and a first line. Okay, then inside of it they say we should give it what, a color of blue violet. Hey, this blue violet again. Okay, all the same, we are here to learn, so we'll do it just like that for you. Wonderful. Okay, so blue violet. Then we are moving on. They said where is it, another P again. Oh, these people. Oh, then our first letter. In this case, our first letter should have some special characteristics, and they said we should give it a color of, oh, red. I love red. That's actually great. Look at what I'm doing here. I hope you can see. Don't do this, so it is not good for your health. It is not good for your health at all. Then I should give it a font size, please. The font and the size, the font and the size, they are two words, so you separate them with what, a hyphen. Don't bring the hyphen before the font size. Okay, it is very important. Don't repeat this again. It is not good of you. Okay, so that's great. So I'm done. Is that not so? No, don't forget we put one element or word inside a span element, and we have fifth paragraph with the word group in span. And what are we supposed to do to this span? We are to give the span a color of yellow. That's all we need. So we need span as a selector. Okay, sorry, a selector. Then we'll give it a color of yellow. And we are good to go. Okay, good to go. We are done, basically done. So this should produce our expected output. It should produce our expected output. Okay, are we done? We are actually not done. We have to go inside our HTML file and link this CSS file accordingly. Okay, so let's go HTML file, and we have assessment.html. So let's go inside. There is nothing, you see. When viewing it, we have nothing here, but let's try and link it up here. Where is this supposed to be? It is supposed to be right inside of our head element. Okay, and we link it by using the link what element. Link, then we give it raw, then we give it style sheet, then hypertext reference, and we are good to go. So how do we go? We go outside of our HTML with what? A double dot, then a backslash symbol, then we go inside what? Styles, with what? The name and a backslash after the name. Okay, please, you take note of this. We give it assessment, then also assessment dot css. Okay, are we done? Maybe. So let's pray it works for us. When I get to this step, I always pray, because sometimes I might make some mistakes, which are normal. I'm not perfect, I'm not the best. We are all learning. So let's proceed. Hey, so it means something is, gosh. So we left the background color for our Main heading. Main heading. Will I remember this color? I gave it out to someone. Oh. Okay, okay. Let me see if I could get it. I have the real thing here. Okay. The background color of my H1 element was FDE. So let me go and add it up, please. Let me go and add it up before I find myself wanting. So actually, things are working. Everything is working, but we left out one thing: background color of what? Background color of our H1 was supposed to be. Wait, I forgot to know. Was it FDE? Are you sure? Maybe. I'm sure. Maybe I'm sure. Okay. Bye. So there we are. So you see, everything is working perfectly well here. Perfectly well here. Perfectly well here. And I'm very glad you have followed through to the end, and we are having everything nicely outlined here. You see our group element is in correct line, and it has the background color of yellow. And this is what we were actually expecting. So thank God we have it finally, and we've come to the end of this lesson. Is it a lesson? Maybe. So let's end here. Bye bye for now. Stay blessed. Keep on learning. Keep on designing. Always try to make something new for your own self, okay? It will help you a lot.